Hi, welcome back. Oh, this has been like the greatest week ever. We have been busy, we haven't felt good, we've had all these things, but we're back. Sorry for the delay. I know everybody's just been chomping at the bit. They can't wait for the public apology. That's the biggest thing ever. We're going to get to that. But we have a couple of comments that we need to get to right off the bat. Larson, over there twirling your thumbs. Just can't wait.
Did you introduce us?
Oh, I didn't.
You think that they don't know who we are since it's only family that's watching it anyway?
Well, I don't think that's quite true, but okay, yeah, you're right.
Or are you introducing it so that I remember?
Yeah, I didn't do that. So here I am. This is episode 7. Hi, welcome. Coffee with J and C. J over here, C over here.
I'm sure they'd get that confused.
Well, I don't know. I guess I just thought, by now, if anybody is watching and they're regulars, they have figured most of this out. That we say coffee with J and C, we don't have coffee. That seems to be a big
Well, just
problem.
get rid of the coffee, the heck with J and C.
We will take suggestions for a name of a new show.
Sure, that's a great idea.
Another name that no one
But it
will
might
ever...
go along the lines of something my daughter said.
Which is?
The best part of the show is the end.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to get at.
Which doesn't give me much confidence in what we're doing.
I think what the viewer meant was that the credits, that you have to stay tuned.
Oh, she didn't mean the best part is when it's over.
I didn't take it that way.
Okay.
She may very well have meant, glad that's over, for God's sakes.
We could clarify that for next week.
We'll clarify that for next week. But I, of course, took it differently. I took it that the credits, because you are doing such a great job with the credits, you have to stay and watch the credits at the end. Jay has really done a really good job at making a little bit of humor. You have to really pay attention, tongue-in-cheek, or I don't know, whatever it is. Subliminal messages. What do we always say?
It's subtle.
Euphemisms.
It's subtle.
It's subtle. Okay, all right, fine. We'll let that go. So yes, one of the comments was that the best part of our show is the end, and the other one is that we grow on people. So if this is the first time you've ever watched, you have to.
I don't want to grow on someone.
I don't know if they meant like we're mold or if we're like. I'm not really sure what that.
Well, they have those twins that are born. They try to
try to
put them apart. They're not trying to get them to grow on somebody.
Well, we're not connected at the hip, but we. So apparently, this person seemed to think that we grow on you after. I have no idea how many. It must be at least 6 episodes. So if this is the first time you've watched, you have to watch 6 more episodes to kind of get what's going on.
I think if you watch at least 25. You think we're pretty good.
Yeah, well, we haven't gotten to there. This is only episode 7.
According to my daughter, you just have to watch the end.
Yeah, just the end.
Once it's over, it's great.
It's the greatest show ever. Yeah. So there's that. So we went to the championship shootout, and that was really awesome. That was the last thing we talked about. That was really fun. We had great seats. We got to watch John McEnroe. He played a set against Jim Courier.
Yeah.
And Jim Courier beat John McEnroe. It was kind of sad. It was like back and forth, and they tied, and they did a bunch of deuces, and it was very exciting. But good old Johnny Mac lost at the last bit there.
They played harder than I thought they would.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be more like
goofing around and stuff.
Well, they'd look similar to me.
Yeah. Well,
but
they
actually hit the ball hard.
Yeah.
They're accurate, and they were actually hustling.
And then we watched Andy Roddick and James Blake play, and that was pretty amazing. Andy Roddick, I mean, he got bad at the end, I'd say, or something. I don't know what he did, but his career kind of took a nosedive before he retired at the age of 30 or whatever he was. But to watch that man serve...
My career nosedived immediately. I didn't have to wait till the end. I got to do that right off the bat. Let's just get that.
You started your career, and then the nosedive began.
Yeah, I started my career with a nosedive, and it just kept going down from there.
So anyway, to watch him hit the ball was amazing. I mean, he could really...
When you're seeing him live up close, you got a much better understanding of how people end up at that level
Yeah.
of
If
the
anybody
game.
ever thinks that tennis is like a mamby-pamby, I don't know, athletic sport, you're not to, first of all, if you've ever played the sport, it's not as easy as it looks. It's not dinking the ball back and forth. It's serious, and there's a lot
I mean,
of
you're
really-
not getting sacked like in
No, you're not
football.
you're not getting tackled.
It's also
or-
not,
right.
it's also not slow and lazy like
No.
baseball. I'm
No,
gonna make
you
somebody
have
mad
to,
now.
Yeah.
But
you have to, right. You have to make an effort. There's no
Right.
question about it. No, that's a really great, and it really made me feel like I want to play, but
it made me feel
Make-
like I want to play. Whether I will or not is another question.
our bodies might not be able to. Remember the last time we were playing doubles, and I ran into a fence? That was actually pretty funny. Too bad no one ever got that on camera. That was, I remember.
I did it that once and sliced my arm.
Yeah, you ran into, that's right, I remember that too. They were very concerned about that.
So the way I played, in truth, tennis is an extremely dangerous game.
Yeah.
So,
For you or for the other people?
No, for me.
Oh, not the spectators?
No, not unless you put spikes on the ball.
Comedy. It's more like comedy.
Right.
What's it called? Some kind of errors. I don't know.
It's called performance art.
Performance art?
Yeah,
Yeah,
comedic performance art.
that is, no question about that. It is a great sport. So here we are. So last week also, we were at our daughter and son-in-law's apartment where we put our son-in-law on the spot and kind of talked about him a little bit in front of him. He was our audience member at the time. And so one of the things that we brought up was that many years ago when our daughter was in grade school, we have to set this up for anybody that didn't watch the last episode, we were at a school function where we saw someone that you knew back when you married your first wife, and you proceeded to introduce me to him, and you said, "This is my wife, Allison." Well, my name is not Allison, and therefore...
Well, that was my mistake,
That was your mistake. Which mistake?
remembering your name.
Oh, okay. So anyway, the person thankfully knew right away that I was not Allison because I believe he was at your wedding. So he did know that you had made a faux pas, and needless to say, it was very silent after that. Nobody knew what to say or how I was going to react, and I never really was that
I
upset.
wish it had remained silent,
Except for our son-in-law brought it up. So
but it hasn't.
it hadn't. And so our son-in-law brought that up to us several months ago, and then recently I brought it up while we were there. And so,
As you can tell, they keep bringing this up.
but this is it. This is the final thing because
You think? That's my hope, that this is
absolutely.
actually the
because
end.
you have on record last week. You said I'm
Well,
going
I
to make
did-
a public apology.
I will do it. I will do it in public.
Right.
This is the official.
This is it.
This is it. This
Okay.
is no more.
Everyone,
this is never coming up
Silence
again.
on the set.
I would point out that when I did that, I did write you a card.
Yes, you did.
And I happen to have that card right here.
Okay, I can't
And I'm
wait.
going to read that card.
I can't wait. This is the
And I'm
greatest day
hoping
ever.
this is the end of this whole thing and it never comes up again.
Never.
Which I doubt's going to happen because I'm married. But anyways, you ready?
I am more than ready. Okay, wait. Okay, go ahead.
I called you her. That's the name of it.
Okay.
I called you her when you're nothing like that witch. I'm so sorry I equated you with such an evil bitch.
Short and to the point. Thank you for that public apology, husband. That was very awesome.
How much more public than YouTube can you get?
No, that was very great. Thank you for that public
And I
apology.
did feel bad about it, but
I
it
know.
was an honest mistake.
Of course.
I actually knew your name.
You just couldn't think of it right at the last minute. No, I remember you said, "Oh, it was because he was at my wedding, and that was the last time I saw him," or I don't know. You said some mumbo jumbo.
It was something like
It
that.
was some mumbo
That's
jumbo.
the best excuse I could come up with at the moment.
Yeah, well,
Which obviously didn't cover much territory.
I
but-
forgive you, and no more. We don't ever have to speak of it again. It's over.
Is
and
that
done
the
with.
worst thing I've ever done to you?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know. I don't keep track
Well,
of that kind of stuff.
Congratulations.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so I guess that's it. We got the public apology. We talked about all the fun things that happened in the last week. we're going to try to shoot another show this week and maybe in a different location so we can get the white background out here. So we had fun. Glad you stayed. Remember to stay tuned to the credits. Jay's got some interesting, I have no idea what he's going to say. This is going to be
I have no idea what I'm going to say either.
great. See you later.